So if you or a loved one are dealing with an amputation related to a workplace injury or personal injury, first off, I'm so sorry if you're going through something like this. I'm going to explain how this impacts your case and how you would take your next steps forward. So let's say that you had like a pinky amputation as opposed to a whole arm or whole leg amputation. Obviously, the extent of the amputation will vary drastically depending on how serious the amputation was. And the more serious or more limb, so to speak, that you lose, the more serious your personal injury case is. If you lose a pinky toe or a pinky finger, you may have a very serious case that's worth substantial value. But if you lose your entire hand, you're going to have an even more serious case and more treatment and more surgery related to a more serious amputation. So the level of amputation will impact the value of the case, and the amount of that limb that gets amputated will impact the value of the case. Obviously, no one wants anything to be amputated, but these kinds of situations happen in medical malpractice cases. Let's say you have some sort of issue and you go septic, you may lose a leg or something related to a medical malpractice case. There might be a slip, trip, and fall where you fall over some sort of serious product and your foot gets caught in an escalator or something. Again, I'm making this up on the spot. Or if you have some sort of car accident and your arm gets pinched in that accident, or you work at a factory and your hand gets caught in some sort of machinery. These are all situations that I have seen before that have led to amputation of a pinky finger all the way down to an entire arm or an entire leg. So in terms of a personal injury case, there are two factors to it. Liability, who's at fault. Number two, damages. How much is it worth, the pain and suffering worth? So the more serious the amputation, the more serious the damages, the more serious the surgeries will become. That leads to a larger outcome potentially because there are more medicals in the future, more surgeries needed for the more serious level of amputation. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Make sure to follow for more workplace injury and personal injury content.